Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syahada binti Muhammad Azlan. So, our group member we will present you guys about method of supporting an excavation for basement construction, which is soldier pipe and lagging wall. Soldier pipe and lagging wall is a temporary retaining system used to support basement excavation work. This system consists of vertical soldier pipe installed into the ground and horizontal lagging panels placed between the pipes during excavation. This system helps to retain surrounding soil and maintain excavation stability.
The primary purpose of a soldier pile and rigging wall is to provide temporary purpose to the surrounding soil during excavation work. It prevents the sites of the excavation from collapsing by retaining the earth and maintaining ground stability. This is particularly important in deep excavation where unsupported soil may fail due to gravity and natural earth pressure. In addition, the system helps protect nearby buildings, roads, underground utilities, and other existing structures from excessive ground movement or settlement that may occur during excavation. By limiting soil displacement, the risk of structural damage to adjacent properties is significantly reduced. A soldier pile and lagging wall also creates a safe working environment for construction personnel by ensuring that the excavation remains stable throughout the construction process. It provides sufficient space for foundation, basement, or underground utility works to be carried out safely and efficiently before the permanent retaining structure or foundation is complete. Overall, the purpose of soldier pile and lagging wall is to ensure excavation stability, improve construction safety, protect surrounding infrastructure, and facilitate efficient construction operation.
Alright, now let's move on to the method of construction. The soldier pile and lagging wall is installed progressively together with the excavation work. The process generally involves the following stage. First, we have site investigation and setting out. Second, we have the install soldier pile. Next, we have an initial excavation for the first leaf. Next, we have an install timber or precast lagging. Next, we have repeat, excavate, and lag, leaf by leaf. Then we have add wheels, strut, anchor if needed. Next, we have excavate to final formation level. And for the last, construct permanent basement structure. So, this is method of construction one by one. First, we have step investigation and setting out. Soil investigation is carried out to determine the soil profile, groundwater level, and bearing capacity, and the position of each soldier pile is marked on the according to the design spacing, usually between 1.5 to 3 meter apart. Next, we have a installation of the soldier pile. Steel H pile or universal beam section are driven or drilled into the ground at the marked position before excavation starts. The piles are embedded below the final excavation level to provide adequate toe support and stability. Step 3 is the initial excavation. Excavation is carried out the excavation is carried out in stage or leaf, usually about 1 to 1.5 meter at a time, working downward between the installed soldier pile. Step 4, installation of the lagging. As each leaf of soil is excavated, horizontal timber board or precast concrete panel, known as lagging, are inserted behind the flank of the soldier pile to retain the exposed soil face immediately, preventing it from collapsing. Step 5, the process of excavating a leaf and immediately installing the lagging is repeated progressively, leaf by leaf, until the excavation reaches the required depth. Step 6, for deeper excavation, additional lateral support such as wheels, struts, or ground anchor may be installed at interval to resist increasing earth pressure and prevent excessive deflection of the soldier piles. Step 7 is excavation to the final formation level, where the base of the excavation is prepared for basement construction. And next, for the last step, the permanent basement structure, including the base slab and retaining wall, is to construct within the temporarily support excavation. Once the permanent structure is complete and able to support the surrounding ground on its own, the temporary soldier piles may either be left in place or extracted for reuse depending on the design and site condition. That's all from me.
Now I would like to explain the advantages of solid pipe and leggy wall. The first advantages is cost-effective construction. This system is more economical than permanent retaining system because it requires less material and simpler construction equipment. As a result, it helps reduce the overall construction cost, especially for temporary basement excavation projects. The second advantage is low noise and vibration. Compared to driven sheet pipe, solder pipe and legging wall generate less noise and vibration during installation. Therefore, it is suitable for a construction project located near existing building, roads, hospital or residential area because it minimizes disturbance to the surrounding environment. Advantages is quick and simple installation. The construction process is carried out step by step. First, the solder piles are installed, followed by excavation and the placement of legging panel. This stage installation makes the construction process faster and more efficient. Another advantage is that it is flexible for different excavation depth. The excavation can be carried out progressively according to the required depth. If the excavation becomes deeper, additional support systems such as strut or ground anchor can be installed to improve stability. Lastly, this item provides easy access for basement construction. Since the retaining system occupies relatively little working space, worker and construction equipment can move more easily inside the excavation area, making basement construction safer and more efficient. Overall, solder pipe and legging wall is widely used because it is economical, efficient, and suitable for many temporary excavation projects. Besides the advantages, this system also has several disadvantages that should be considered before construction begins. The first advantage is that it is not suitable for loose or water-bearing soil. This system performs best in stable soil conditions. In loose or saturated soil, the ground may collapse through the gaps between the legging panel, which can reduce excavation stability and increase safety risk. The second disadvantage is that it may require additional support. For deeper excavation, the solid pile alone may not be strong enough to resist the increasing lateral earth pressure. Therefore, engineers often install additional support systems such as strut or ground anchor to maintain stability. Another disadvantage is poor groundwater control. Unlike the ground wall, solder pipe and legging wall is not watertight. Groundwater can seep into the excavation through the gap between the legging panel. Because of this, dewatering systems are usually required to remove excess water during construction. The next disadvantage is that timber legging may deteriorate. If timber panels are used, prolonged exposure to moisture may cause the timber to decay over time. Therefore, the system is generally used as a temporary retaining structure rather than a permanent one. Finally, it is not suitable for very deep excavation. For projects involving very deep basement construction, stronger retaining systems such as diaphragm walls are usually preferred because they provide greater structural strength and better groundwater control. In conclusion, although solder pipe and legging wall offer many benefits, engineers must carefully evaluate the soil condition, groundwater level, and excavation depth before selecting this method. To conclude, solder pipe and legging wall provide an effective and economical method for supporting excavation work. This system helps maintain soil stability and ensure construction safety. and widely used for basement and deep excavation project.